I'm here in the studio with my partner in crime, Marcus Dimbleby.
Indeed.
And producer Sam, who has stepped from behind the scenes.
I was forced into the limelight, but I'm here. Happily.
There was no bullying at all to get you on the show today.
You know, we've been trying to get Sam to be part of the show in front of the camera for a long time. Sam is shy, but Sam always has the best questions, the best comments, the best insights after every show. We talk with Sam and he's like, oh, that was really interesting. I was thinking about this. I'm like, well, it would have been great if you had asked us that during the show. So now, Sam, here you are. You're on the spotlight.
Well, yeah, 2 episodes ago, you guys were talking about a document or a report that came out where the highest, most valuable skills at the moment is going to be critical thinking and analytical thinking. Mm-hmm. So if that's going to be the future, I'm wondering what red team thinking looks like in the future with that report taken into account. So I want to throw that question into the room.
A massively successul and profitable enterprise.
Done and dusted. That's the end of the podcast.
Quality from yourself.
No, seriously. That the reason we share that, and that report was from the World Economic Forum, the reason we share that is because it really does speak to the fact that there is a growing perception that what's needed in the world today is applied critical thinking, creative thinking, problem-solving skills. And we shared another report, which was from a McKinsey survey that showed that those are the same skills that HR professionals have the hardest time finding in new hires. And the reason is because people aren't trained in these skills anymore. They used to be. It used to be part of a classical Western education, but today, folks teach to the test. They focus on hard skills.
Yep. Tick box learning.
Yeah, and so what we provide is training in these necessary critical thinking, groupthink mitigation, problem-solving skills, and I think that just makes what we do all the more relevant.
Yeah, totally. And I was on LinkedIn this morning. There was a survey out in The Guardian saying that right now they call it Scary Sundays. That under 40s, and they had like 18 to 24, 24 to 32, and 32 to 40. Those age groups are having high mental stress levels, fear of returning to work on the Monday, and they were turning to social media, turning to binge TV, turning to eating. And I think a lot of this boils down to what I call is emotional incontinence. There's a great phrase from Professor Gad Saad. And it's this inability for people to think critically, which is why this is in such high demand. And if you look at the way the world's going, the way the world has gone, and where it's likely to go in the future with this constant complexity, congested workspace that we're in, and this evolution that we've seen over the last 20 years of digital and technology. We were having a conversation, weren't we, with a potential client in Oman this morning. AI. It's all very well having this technology and using AI, and that advances your capabilities, your company. But if you're not bringing your people with that same pace of change, then that's going to either take over or you're going to lose the ability to use it effectively, because it's just a tool. And I think people get seduced by this technology, and certainly with the AI, ChatGPT, we've seen that. And we're having lots of good conversations with Oliver Yonchev, who we spoke to previously on the podcast, who did a great talk about AI there. This revelation that we need people back in the mix. And I think that's a really stark revelation from that World Economic Forum. It was the same in 2020. Critical thinking was number one. 2023, critical thinking, creative and analytical thinking. And that pushes to 2027. And remember on there, number 3 was AI and big data. So it's a real revelation for me that it's showing that combination of the thinking and the technology has to come together. And if we don't train for that, and if we don't bring our people along on the journey to upskill them with that capability, we are going to see stress. We are going to see burnout. We are seeing it now. And I think that's how we put the brakes on that and start to let people start to take control of their own thinking and destiny.